The Project Tribute Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to aiding our nation's first responders. Our vision and mission is to enhance the life-saving capabilities of our first responders through raising awareness and funding for the life-saving work that they do. Our goal with the podcast is to be an educational avenue and a method for our heroes to express themselves. In the podcast, we will discuss various tough subjects. Some of the subjects may be uncomfortable or controversial. Our guests have the right to share their thoughts and ideas, and for our listeners to hear the unedited words of our guests. The Foundation's role is to showcase a diverse array of thoughts and opinions within the first responder community. If you hear something that you do not agree with, please consider reaching out to us at projecttributefoundation@gmail.com and join our podcast. If you're a first responder and you would like to share your story, we truly would love to hear from you and learn from your experiences. Please enjoy this week's show, and as always, like, comment, and share to help us grow. You can find more information at www.projecttribute.com. Thanks and have a great one.
Hello. Welcome to the Project Tribute Podcast. I'm your host, James. Tuning in again with you guys. We have two very special guests with us today, both firefighters. We have
Barry Campbell.
All right, and we have
Witter.
All right, guys. So thank you guys for joining us today. I would like to start this episode off with an intro. It's going to be primarily our intro focused video. So I'd like to know about you guys. So whoever wants to go first, just kind of tell me who you are. How'd you get into the job you're in? What's your background? You know, be as open as you'd like.
You go first.
Oh, you want me to go first?
Yeah,
I'm still caught that he called us special.
We are special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my name's Barry Campbell. Born and raised here in Bartlesville, in the city of Bartlesville. Graduated from Bartlesville High School. Been in the fire service for 11 and a half years, 11 years, 8 months, I think. Yeah, 11 years, 8 months, I think. So started with a area volunteer fire department.
Okay.
I was working in manufacturing at the time in Dewey, Oklahoma, and I got a knock on the door one day, kind of a weird story. I didn't know the fire service existed. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know the city was a volunteer fire department.
Like, hey, we got this thing.
Yeah, we got this thing. So a guy I used to work with, he was the assistant fire chief, knocked on my door, said, hey, brother, man, we're looking for some volunteers. You want to come down and turn in an application and volunteer? And I was like, you got to apply to be a volunteer. He's like, yeah. So I went down to the city hall, picked up an application, turned it in, did an interview, and they didn't put me on.
What?
Like, yeah. So I was like, no sweat off my
back.
Get
hired for the
I didn't get hired for the volunteer department. So I was like, yeah, I'll just keep living my life. I was coaching baseball at the time and doing that thing. And door knocks again a couple months later, and he's like, hey, brother, I really need you to turn in an application. I said, you didn't even hire me last time.
Yeah.
He goes, no, we're going to put you on this time. We're going to. And I was like, yeah, okay. So I do, because he's a good friend of mine.
Yeah, okay.
And he put me on. He actually put me and Ryan on at the same time, and a couple other guys. So we started like July 6th, July 8th.
Were you guys already friends at this time?
We were
working together.
Yeah, we were friends. We knew each other.
Coaching together too.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, that they started us at midnights when our insurance hit in the middle of July. And,
oh my goodness gracious! Man.
Yeah, so the tones go off, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh shit, what's going on? So I run. It was for a grass fire, and at the time we're running out there hot with some other guys, and I remember putting that fire out, and I was thinking, oh man, this is so big, this is awesome, this is the best.
Yeah.
Now I look back and realize it was like tiny. I could have peed on it and put it out, but it made the hook. It got the addiction, and I volunteered for 5 years, and I was like, I want a test career. I want to do this for a living.
Yep.
Took a pretty good pay cut to go do it for a living, but I knew that's what I wanted to do, and got hired with a local department full time, and loving every minute, living the dream.
Yeah.
I still volunteer to this day in another town as the assistant fire chief there, and And
Goodness
I
gracious.
literally just live the dream every day. So that's my life.
It kind of sounds like a lot of a balancing act, like between everything that you're doing.
Yeah.
How do you keep track of all that stuff?
I don't. I just do it.
His
I
wife
don't.
It's like it's,
yeah,
it's
my
mainly
wife,
a blur.
yeah. It's I just every day I just wake up and go, what am I going to do today? I don't know. So no,
But-
it's not that bad. Or that volunteer department's not very busy, so it's nice. And then obviously when I'm at work, I'm at work. So
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I literally have possibly the best life ever. So
Yeah, hell
it's
yeah,
good.
that's
It's
awesome.
good.
That's awesome. Outlook to have as well.
Yeah.
Well, would you say yours is pretty
Pretty similar.
similar?
Yeah. I was in the military at the time, reserves,
Hell
Marine
yeah.
Corps, and
Move the mic just a little bit closer to you.
my grandpa was actually a firefighter here locally and paid, and so I kind of knew at a young age that that's what I wanted to do.
Hell yeah. Okay.
So I looked up to my grandpa a lot, and I knew what I wanted to do. And he actually asked me at work. He's like, "Hey, they're taking applications for this volunteer fire department." I was like, "All right, let's do it. That
Hell
sounds fun." So we did, and I actually had a break in service because I went overseas to Afghanistan, and then got on.
Were you in the reserves? I'm guessing.
That was when I was in National Guard.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So I went from Marine Corps to Army, and yeah,
Man, you were doing a lot. Goodness gracious.
I was.
Firemen do a lot more than cops.
That is.
Well, I don't know about that. So, what? How long did you do the volunteer deal before you switched to full time?
5 years. I've got a break in service there, so that gives me. He's got one more year career side than I do.
So you guys basically switched over to full time at the same time, right?
He was
Within
a year,
of
after.
each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. What made you wait so long? You said 5 years, right? Before you went to full time? What made you wait so long before you switched to a full time agency? Like, was it just kind of really figuring out if that's what you wanted to do full time? Or was it more of they weren't hiring?
Well,
Uh-oh.
I tried.
Ryan was trying.
I
wasn't.
applied several
Yeah.
times,
Oh, okay.
and
Hell yeah.
for reasons I didn't get the job, or some things happen.
Yeah.
So I volunteered for 5 years as well, and then I made decent money. I wouldn't call it great money, so I was not gonna. I loved volunteering, so I wasn't gonna test career. And then when I realized that my life would be better, as far as my emotional quality in life, that's when I decided to test. And I tested 2 places and got a job offer at both within 2 months of each other. I think.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And so what were you doing before?
I was working in manufacturing.
Cool.
So
Like a machinist, warehouse job type thing, or factory?
kind of a warehouse supervisor
Shipping
type
guy.
job. Yeah, shipping supervisor.
coordinator.
Yeah. It was kind of a
Monotonous type job.
very monotonous,
Yeah.
but it was kind of it's a local company that kind of one of those places where you do everything.
Mhm.
You kind of do what you're asked to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
pretty much. It's like you wear many hats type
Yes.
thing.
You
Yeah.
did.
So,
What is the hiring process to apply? I know it's like vastly different from
Yeah.
applying to be a police
Yeah.
officer, right?
So
I mean, some departments
Kind of.
even have you have to have, what is it, firefighter 1 or some shit
fire
like that.
one,
Yeah.
and then do we still have to have the EMR?
Bartlesville does not.
Okay.
They'll get it for you. But so basically, as far as the fire service as a whole, I guess it's easier just to talk about them as a whole.
Let's just get into it.
Yeah.
So some places require firefighter 1, which is the base minimum of education you need to start to become a firefighter. So to do that in the state of Oklahoma, you almost have to volunteer somewhere.
Okay.
Because of insurance and stuff. There's some tech schools that allow you to take it without being a volunteer firefighter. But
How
they're
much does
really
that
hard
usually
to get
run
in.
you?
Oof.
Oh man, 3,000
Expensive.
plus. Yeah.
God
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
So really, it's like just go volunteer somewhere.
Volunteer
Yes.
somewhere and then it's free.
What is that training? So do they put you through like an FTO type thing, or
they used to, really fatigue you and do different things, and now they've had some training incidents that have resulted in people not surviving, and they've kind of cut way back on what they do as far
some
as
of the old guys would say it's soft.
Yeah, it's soft. And,
really?
But now it's more of an education book and learning, and then doing skills to go with that learning. So it's a lot different than the old hands-on technique. Now we're doing a lot more focused in the book, focused in the education, and making sure you understand, and then learning the skill side. So after you get your Fire 1,
and is that just kind of like a sign-off thing? Like, he is now Fire 1.
it's a national certification.
So there's like a written test that you have to take?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's an IFSAC thing, International Fire Service accreditation.
Okay.
And actually some places like Tulsa, they don't require that because they're going to get it for you, but they require you to have EMT. So it just really depends on where you apply.
Same with Oklahoma City. They're not going to require you to have that because you're going to go through their academy and get it.
So, your medical license, your EMT, paramedic, EMR, whatever you're obtaining, is actually a little easier to get than Fire 1. You can go to the tech school like here in Bartlesville and get it. Anybody that's looking to get into that service, I recommend
John and Jacob on, and they were talking about, if I remember correctly, Jacob's a paramedic and John's right below a paramedic.
Yeah, he's going through advanced right now.
Yeah. So you have to actually have your EMT first, is what you're saying?
Depends on where you apply. So like Bartlesville, we don't require a medical license, but we require the Fire 1 side.
Okay, gotcha.
Tulsa, Oklahoma City, I don't want to speak incorrectly on like Broken Arrow, Wasso, and stuff like that, but they want to see the medical license first. They'll get you the fire service stuff after you get hired. They'll do an academy. Bartlesville doesn't do an academy, so it just depends on where you apply.
Okay, now what are the other levels? Like, is there a firefighter 2, 3, 4?
Firefighter 2. Actually, the training in the fire service is endless because we are
just goes on and on and on.
We're an all response, all emergency agency, right? We run everything from a cat in the tree to any
lift
odor. Lift assist. If somebody doesn't know how to handle a problem, they call the fire department.
Yeah,
right. I can't unlock my door. I can't, whatever it is. I can't get off the toilet. You know, and so. You can go into hazmat. You can go into technical rescue. It is literally endless in the amount of training you can do.
Dog rescues and
animal
like
rescue, grain bin rescue. I mean, it's crazy, but
that's like I took a swift water rescue course. And the fucking person that was teaching it was a firefighter.
Yes, that's
what the hell?
Swift water rescue, boat rescue,
smoke jumper.
Yeah,
like smoke jumper. What's that?
Those are those wildland crazy guys.
Yeah.
Now that sounds pretty freaking cool. Do we have something like that at our local agency?
No.
What?
Pavement paradise.
Okay. I gotcha. I mean, we have enough woods around here that you'd think that. I mean, do we have ever any wood fires?
Yeah.
We have grass fires all the time. All the time.
We've got brush trucks staged in the city, and we
all
run
throughout
them,
the county too. Well, not us, but other agencies do.
Doesn't emergency management handle the county stuff, or
so the volunteer departments handle the county, and then Washington County Fire or Emergency Management. They're actually two different entities, but they operate out of the same house. They're a mutual aid department for everybody in the county. So if you need them, you can call them, but they don't have a jurisdiction.
Okay, gotcha. So, how do you know how many volunteer departments we have? I think it's 3, right?
Well, we got more.
We got way more than that.
Really?
Yeah.
In our county.
Copan, Dewey, Oglesby, Oshaleta, Vera, in Washington County. Well, Vera's
that's the same one.
Vera has its own.
Yep.
It was like one truck.
No,
they're actually quite a few.
Really?
Yeah.
They're getting really busy with Collinsville growing into them.
Oh yeah.
So they're
I'm thinking of Juan.
Juan's got one too.
What?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Wow. Oh yeah.
They've got a good one.
They
Where's Vera then? You say it's growing into Collinsville.
South,
right on the Tulsa, Washington County line
Yeah.
or whatever county. that
Where's
is.
it in reference to the Sky took Collinsville quick trip? You know what I'm talking about? Right off of
yeah.
75.
North of that.
It would be
Was it
northeast
4100 road.
Interesting.
Kinda
On the
area?
I must drive past
old
it all
highway.
the time.
Yeah, if you're driving down the old highway through Ramona and stuff,
Yeah.
it'll take you
Yeah.
right into.
Really?
Yeah,
I must
right
drive
into
past it all
Vera.
the time.
Oh,
I
yeah,
know
it's-
where Ramona is.
It's hard
Obviously,
to. I mean, you can miss it. It's easy to miss.
Yeah, it's easy to miss.
What was that? Oh, that was a town.
Yeah.
That was Vera. You just drive through.
Yeah,
That's
it's not
crazy.
very big.
They've got some good guys. Actually, this county's very fortunate for the number of agencies we have. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Sounds like we have
we're
a
very
lot.
lucky.
Oh,
we have
yeah.
a lot.
What so as you guys you said 11 and a half, is that what you said in
11
total?
and a half. Yep, total.
And you have what would
10.
it be 10?
Yeah, 10 in total.
Do you feel like you found
No.
your I'll ask you first. Do you feel like you found your niche within
Oh yeah.
firefighting?
Oh yeah.
That you like?
I wouldn't want to do anything else.
Well, I mean, like so within the realm of firefighting, the branch or the topic that you like the most. Like, do you like the medical aspect the most? Do you like doing lift
Man.
assists a lot?
Man, honestly, no one really likes doing lift assists. Let's just be honest. We don't really. I mean, but this is what we got to do it.
What exactly is? It's so funny. I'll be putting around town,
No,
and I'll see a call pop up, and I'm like, oh god, no. And as it'll just say new call, and then before too long, it'll populate what it is, and it'll say lift assist. I'm like, thank God. What do you do exactly on a lift assist?
just what it says.
Do you assist somebody getting up?
Yes.
Yes.
Really?
They
Yeah.
either fall out of bed or falling off the toilet or
Yeah.
wherever.
Yeah.
And it's usually older people, and we
Yeah.
just kind of help them up and put them where they want to be.
Do you guys usually have to break into the house?
There's
Like, what if the
there's
door's
There's
not-
time. I mean, there's times.
Most people that know that they're not able to get around find alternate means of entry. You know, they'll leave a key
Yeah.
outside, or they'll
Oh, okay. Or they'll leave a window unlocked.
yeah, or they'll
or
have
they'll
a
have a-
neighbor or something that has a key, and that's the best if somebody does something like that for us. So
How are you guys primarily alerted to that stuff? Is there like a lot of life alert systems and stuff? I know you always remember that funny commercial. Help! I fall. I
Yeah.
can't get
There
up," and
actually
they
is
press the
quite a
button.
few little
There's a lot.
life alerts.
So that's
type
the
deals.
main reason why those calls come
Yeah.
out, like the main cause. Okay.
Yeah, and it goes directly to our dispatch, and then they tone us out the station, whatever station it needs to go.
What is there a situation where you guys show up and so I mean I don't think the public understands, like, you guys literally go to every freaking call. So like, I mean, you're always there. You're going to fire calls, you're going to medical calls. So I mean, you guys are running like all damn day.
Yeah.
What-
there's times.
What determines whether, like, if it's a medical deal and EMS is there, but you guys are there too? What's the like deciding factor to where you guys dip out and EMS stays on scene? Like, because I mean, sometimes you guys will dip out pretty quick. EMS
Yeah.
will
Yeah, that
stay.
depends on if EMS thinks they can handle it on their own.
Yeah.
If they're like, yeah, hey guys, we got this, just a little quick lift assist or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
an easy way to look at it, I guess, is we're mutuating that ambulance at that time. That paramedic has the highest level of care. Once he comes on scene, he's the highest level of care, so he's determining if he needs our assistance or not.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
if he doesn't
Okay.
need us, then he'll say, "Hey, go back." That way, you're ready for the next call.
Yeah.
And if he needs us, we'll ride it all the way to the
Oh, yeah.
ER. So
Yeah, because you guys need to get back 10-8
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
quick as possible.
Yeah.
Since you guys
What's
are flying
10-8?
to everything.
we don't use 10 codes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, do you not?
No, we don't
NIMS.
use 10 code.
Yeah.
The hell is a MIM?
NIMS.
Oh,
NIMS.
NIM. Oh,
NIMS.
NIMS.
Yeah, that thing you're trained in
What the hell
too.
is a MIM?
NIMS.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
Plain
what's
text
your
English.
code?
We're back in service. Plain English.
Oh, plain,
Plain
English. That's not
English.
bad. Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
fun. Oh, wow.
No,
plain
it's-
English.
it's
What is
What a
that?
hilarious.
concept.
What a concept,
yeah.
you know?
So I used to work on the ambulance as well, and the ambulance uses 10 code.
Yeah.
So I kind of know some of it. It's hilarious. These old guys that are like, "What's 1022?"
What the hell is that?
I'm like, "Hey, they're canceling us. We
Yeah.
can go back."
It's okay. You can't go back now.
That means we can go home.
Yeah, exactly. Now you guys are on 24s, right? What's y'all's shift for people that don't
24,
know?
48. 24 on, 48 off.
Sounds pretty nice. Is it
It's-
worse than it seems, or
No, it's nice.
24 hours goes by so quick.
Yeah.
You don't even really notice being gone.
really? God, this sounds like a dream.
I wouldn't want it any other way. I mean,
You don't want to
that's-
come work 8s?
No, I will never. Well, okay. I hope
Never
to
say
never
never,
go back
right?
to. Yeah, I hope to never
Is this
work
wood?
8 hours. Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, we do 24, 48, but there's other departments do other things.
Yep.
There's other shift schedules out there.
Yeah, there's 4896s. Stillwater does 4896s.
FDNY does 12-hour shifts.
Oklahoma City does what they call red, white, and blue. So
Yeah,
they do like day on, day off, day on, day off.
And then like 4 or 5 days off. So
yeah, it's a
It's
kind of a
weird.
Interesting.
weird deal. But
Hmm.
I think I had a buddy that worked at Houston that I was in the Marine Corps with. He says, I think he said that they had like 24 period, like 24 on, 24 off, 24 on for like a week, and then they're off like a week and a half.
Say what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah,
sign me up for that schedule.
I'm like, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing that I thought would be really cool about that is you could have a lot of part-time gigs.
Oh yeah. A lot
Like, I
of
mean, you
guys
could
do.
rack in the money.
some guys do that. The downside of that is because a lot of our I don't want to get into contractual things.
Yeah.
But, some people view that and say, hey, we don't need paid as much because we can have a part-time gig. But in the end of the day, we're actually working more hours than the normal civilian.
Yeah.
And if you work a 24-hour shift and you just get hammered all night long, well, it takes you that next day to recover.
No,
right?
for sure.
If
yeah.
not longer. So,
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
you work 24 hours, and if you're up for 24 hours,
Mhm.
the natural human wants to go to sleep when they get home.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
So if you've got another job to go to, you're just dogging it. You know,
Oh yeah.
so
It's,
No, that's the same argument as why in my agency, a lot of the guys don't like the idea of 12s. I think it
Yeah.
would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
yeah.
I like the idea of having more than 2 days off, but I can get, one of the main arguments against 12s is, yeah, those extra days off are nice, but if you have a busy day, you spend your whole first day off sleeping,
Yeah.
Yes,
recovering
yeah, you
from
could.
getting hammered
Mhm.
for 12 hours.
You could.
So, I mean, I get the argument. I do.
Yeah.
But it would be nice just to be able to have more time to work part-time stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You
for
know,
sure. For sure.
do you guys get overtime or anything like that? Or
Yeah.
comp time or
So it's overtime for us, but we don't get it after 80 hours. We get it after 96.
Yes. Yeah.
So we got to do
Hmm?
96
Wait,
hours. and
okay.
then-
You have to do 96 hours and then you start getting overtime?
Mhm.
Yes, because and I think that's fire service in general because of our 24-hour shifts, and that's
Was
just
that
the way
4 days in a week?
Yeah,
Is that
so
on a pay period or a
it's-
week?
It's every 2 weeks. It's pay period.
Oh, okay.
So, just the way our shifts fall, because we'll have a short check and a long check, because 24 hours, if you do the math, doesn't fall equal every 2 weeks.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
How big is the discrepancy? Like hundreds of dollars or?
Depends on
Yeah.
your level and your pay.
Yeah.
So
Damn, what the hell?
yeah, because you won't have overtime on one.
Sounds like
one
you got to
check.
be
Yeah.
Mr. Budget
Yeah.
over here, man.
Oh,
Yeah, you do.
You do.
You do.
You
I
can't
want
just
this
go
new TV.
blow all your money.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
this is my short week.
Yeah,
You shouldn't go buy a new truck right when you get hired.
yeah.
Don't do it.
Don't do that. They tried to get me to do that. I said,
Really?
No.
It's a fire service thing. You know, all the new trucks in the back of the
I
parking
want a new
lot.
truck. I want it to be fire engine red.
Yeah.
Go buy a new motorcycle.
Yeah.
I've never had so much money in my life.
Yeah.
Dude.
Hey, that was your overtime check. It's gonna go away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I remember
exactly.
seeing my first check and I was like, whoa, bro, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's like don't ever rely on the overtime. No,
Yeah.
It won't
No.
always be there.
It won't be there.
No.
So what do you do during the day? Like when you're not going to calls and stuff? I mean, the rumor mill is you guys just sleep all fucking day.
Well, yeah, we do.
I mean, some guys do sleep on shift. Some guys hang out, watch TV. Some guys, hell, we got guys that play video games.
We
Yeah.
got our station duties that we have to do when
Yeah,
we
we
come
have
in.
to do those first
So,
thing.
It's like a
morning.
chore list
Yeah.
or something like that.
yeah, we do general cleanup. The entire station gets cleaned every day, top to bottom. And then
It's like a group thing, or each
Yeah, it's
individual
kind
is
of a-
assigned a section.
depends on
the.
depends on your crew.
It depends on your crew.
Because the firefighters'
The
job is
yeah.
to clean.
And then the driver goes and checks the truck, make sure
Yep.
the truck has fuel, make sure all the medical bags are good, make sure we got all our equipment's right, nothing's
Yep.
broke.
Yeah, and then the captain does what captains do.
Yeah, they do captain things.
And
We don't
then-
know what those are yet.
Yeah, and then we maintain the yards. A lot of people don't know that either.
Yeah.
We got to mow
Fridays.
the yard, edge the yard, maintain
Yeah.
the flower beds. So
Damn.
we're doing that. So we have our daily chores, and then when that's over, we cook. Usually we clean almost till lunch, and then we go cook. And then it's you either are training or like if it's a weekend or something,
Yeah.
we might say, hey, let's chill out just in case we're up all night.
Yeah, for sure.
So we get some downtime, but we could be running all
Oh,
night.
yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
just kind of
sometimes
one
you
of those
guys are
trade-offs.
flying all over the damn
Oh, dude,
place,
yeah,
man. It
it's-
seems like.
Well, yeah, it kind of really just depends on where you're at and who your captain is and
Yep.
what your captain kind of wants to do that day.
Yeah, absolutely.
If your captain wants to train that day, you're going to train that day.
Now you guys both at Station 3.
No.
No, I'm a
always.
rover.
So does that mean you fill in for people
I
that
just
call in or
when
something?
they call me in the morning or tell me in the morning, like, hey, you're gonna go to Station 4, or hey, you're gonna go to Station 3, and I'm like, all right, sure, whatever, or hey, you're gonna go drive here.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so
That's not too bad.
no,
Yeah.
Get a new experience each day.
oh yeah,
What how I believe the oldest fire station is the one by Virginia, right?
Station 2, yes, it's
Uh,
also
down-
the best one.
Is it really?
No, actually, no,
Downtown's
Central's the
oldest.
oldest one. It just
No
got
way.
remodeled.
It's been remodeled, but it's
It's
the
been
Well, yeah.
remodeled, but it is
So
technically
in the inside's newer, right?
Yes,
the inside's
yeah.
brand new.
What?
The north end of the building is the old Central.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's funny because you can walk. I just recently noticed this. You can walk in and go up to the second floor, I believe,
Mhm.
and you can literally see where they like the old outside wall
Yeah.
where they like attach the new
Yeah.
building
Yes.
to it.
That's exactly what they
That's
did.
Yeah, it's super
exactly what they
interesting.
did to
Yeah.
it.
Are they planning on remodeling the other one? anytime
Station
soon?
2?
Rumors. I
I
don't
mean,
know if we can
rumors.
get into rumors.
Yeah, I don't know if we
okay.
can get into
That's kinda-
rumors.
Okay, I
That's
gotcha.
way out of our pay. grade.
Yeah,
So we're not
that's
gonna
above
get into that.
us.
I will say it's falling in on itself.
It is.
Real-
Yeah.
It looks pretty old.
If
Like
it
when I drive
rains,
by
it kind of levels out.
Yeah.
We got to
if
redistribute.
we're in
the
a
weight.
drought, like you think I'm joking. That station shifts. I was stationed there for a year.
Wow. What?
And yeah, that
You-
station shifts with the
You
weather.
drop something out of the fire truck, you may lose it in the cracks in the bay
It's true.
and never get it back.
It's like a
But it's
fissure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will say this, but that is the most fun territory
is.
you will ever
It's
work.
an awesome
Really?
place.
Yes,
Heck
West
yeah.
Side is where it's at. That's where you want to work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody
Same
wants
for
to
being a
work on the
cop.
west
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
If you
you
wanna do
never
stuff,
know
you be
what
on the
you're
way-
going to get on
no,
the West Side.
you really don't. You really don't, man. It's crazy. Good God, man. Yeah. For those of you that are listening that don't know, our west side of town is our rougher area. So,
It's migrating though.
It
It is
is.
moving.
You know,
It's moving.
man, I don't know if it's like, I never know if it's just pockets of foolishness that's bouncing around or if it's actually like the influence is spreading. Sometimes it seems like it's spreading,
Yeah.
and then sometimes you'll just have little pockets in like really
Yeah.
nice neighborhoods. So
Yes, you will.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
you really
It's-
don't know, man.
I mean, you get a little of West Side on the East Side.
You
Depends
definitely
on where
do.
you're
for
at.
sure.
You definitely do.
Sure.
Yeah.
The Northeast Side.
Go
you got
about
a little
north,
West Side on
exactly.
it.
North of Tuxedo and east of Washington. You got
Yeah.
that little division there.
Oh,
I think we
yeah.
could just start calling it the northwest side of
You
town.
Yeah,
could.
Is
pretty
where-
pretty
is
much.
where it's
Pretty
at.
much.
So,
And if you're listening and you live in that area, we do love you. So
Yes, yes.
It's okay.
yeah, I lived in the northwest side.
Oh,
for
there
a
you
long
go.
Time
Yeah.
before I moved. I mean, it's a great place to be.
It is. It
You
is. It
did.
is.
So,
It is. Everybody needs love.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh my
I love
goodness,
everyone
guys.
that I work for.
Exactly. Exactly. I love my job.
Oh, dude.
Dude,
I
absolutely.
really do. I really do.
Yeah.
Do you guys think you'd ever do anything else, or think you guys are firefighters for
Oh,
life?
dude,
Well,
no.
I guess I do now because I teach. So
Yeah.
I do a lot of education, fire service education, EMS
Oh, cool.
education. So
Yeah.
I think when I retire, I'm going to flat retire. But I do some adjunct education now. So kind of my side gig, I guess.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Is it through the fire service or?
Yeah, OSU fire service training.
That's pretty cool.
And then we're starting up the tech facility out there. So trying to get that up and going.
Yeah.
So I guess you could call me an adjunct for them now. We got our first like official class coming up, but
Nice.
Nothing too big yet. It's still in the works, and
Heck
a lot of great things coming there. So
You guys do any swift water stuff?
I have Swiftwater training, Swiftwater technician training, but I would be lying if I said I was a Swiftwater guy.
Dude, that class was super interesting.
I haven't got to do it yet.
That's an awesome
but I've heard
class.
it was a blast.
Yeah,
It's
it really. I unfortunately had to miss the actual water portion, but
Oh, you missed the
I
best part.
I know
Yeah.
I did, but I at least got the bag portion certified and stuff,
Yeah.
so I know how to use that at least. Which I mean,
Yeah.
realistically, that's since we don't have a boat, that
Yeah.
we'd be using a bag,
Yeah.
right? Because I mean, we're not gonna unless the water's super calm. I mean, I'm not jumping in the water,
Stay out of the water, guys.
Yeah.
Anybody listening, stay out of the
Especially
water.
under the Cherokee Bridge.
dude. That
It will kill
that
you.
was the crazy thing was when he showed me, or when they showed that part of when there's a like small waterfall or something, that
Mhm.
area
Yeah.
how you can get stuck in that
low water
the
dam.
washing machine.
Yeah.
I was like, that is scary as shit.
Dude,
You're just-
yeah.
Yeah, you're not coming
There's-
out of it.
no, literally,
You're not
and
coming
you
out of
can't
videos
see
of
what's
the-
going on. You're just being flipped around. That's
Yeah,
scary.
dude, it's crazy. Yeah, but there's videos of it dragging fire department boats under.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
it's-
He showed us a couple videos of that. Yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah. It's a super scary thing. Water can be really terrifying.
Oh yeah.
And then he had he showed another video of a guy like when it was like I think of Houston because that's where I grew up, but you have the bayous, the big like drainage systems
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff. And when it rains real heavy, people can get caught in those. And
Yeah.
like if you get sucked into one of those pipes, it's over.
Oh yeah.
So we've had Oklahoma firefighter captain recently passed because of that.
You get sucked into a pipe system or
Yeah,
something.
he got
Mhm.
sucked into a drainage system, got hung up in the Y, and didn't make it back out.
I think that was in Oklahoma, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, just down the road.
Yes.
Yep.
Captain Farley.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. It was like a storm drain.
Yes,
right.
it was.
Yeah.
Yep. I remember that story.
Right in it, right
Yeah.
under someone's driveway. I believe.
Yes.
Place he walks, probably he's walked
Yeah.
100 times. and
Yeah. It's
just
It's crazy how water is dangerous. Man.
Water's,
Oh, yeah.
you're not going to win against water.
No,
it's
absolutely
going to
not.
beat
No.
you every time.
Yeah.
So
It's a scary thing. But he gave us one of those. The class came with one of those throw bags and one of those really nice like vests with the pull string.
Mhm.
Or like you pull it and it inflates
Yeah.
and shit. So pretty cool stuff. If you wanted the public to know, this episode went pretty long, but that's okay. That's good.
man, we're already through 20 minutes.
Golly.
But we're at 35 minutes. So
Dang.
I know it flies by. That's okay though. That's okay. It's a good introductory episode. If you want, before we end this one, if you wanted the public to know one thing that would help you better do your job, what would it be, Witter?
Ooh. Bigger numbers on your house.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good one.
That's
For
a good one.
real.
That is so funny.
For
that's
real,
something
man.
that I wouldn't have thought of.
No,
but yeah.
that's a big issue. Like for like no joke. I mean, trying to find a house in the middle of the night and you've got little 2-inch numbers on your house,
Two of the numbers have fallen off out of the four.
Make sure your numbers are big enough. Make sure we can see your numbers. Make sure they're reflective. Something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I wouldn't have thought about that, but yeah.
I mean I mean, how many times have we gone to a call where it's hard to find because we can't see
a
the
lot.
numbers?
Yeah, it's like, PD, what was that house again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
For general public, I would say, try to find a hands-only CPR class. Early recognition, early CPR saves lives. We don't. So not to push that because we could go on all day, but
yeah,
take a CPR class.
Okay.
Even if it's uncertified, hands
yeah.
only, you need to take it. Everybody needs it. So
yeah, for sure. It can really be the difference between life and death.
absolutely.
That's the teacher side coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I tell you I was adjunct?
Yeah. phone numbers. No.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
No. Those don't pay, the free ones. They don't.
No, they don't.
You bring up a good point. I mean, and the other thing too is I think people think that they have to be if they commit to it, then they're either afraid that if the person passes, they're going to be liable for that person's death, when obviously that's not true. I mean, you're trying your best to help a person in need. And then they also think they're going to be like, oh, there's no way I'm physically in shape to do chest compressions for 3 hours. It's like, we're going to be there pretty quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I
Yeah,
mean, what's
do
the
chest
average
compression.
response time?
3 to 5 minutes in the city of Bartlesville.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm sure even in bigger cities, it's not. Because, I mean, your guys' insurance is based on response time, if I'm correct, right?
Our insurance survey, ISO. So that's actually the whole city of Bartlesville's on fire side, not EMS.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you guys have to respond
We have to respond.
pretty quick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's the whole goal.
Yeah.
Because you guys run code to everything, too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you run code to lift assist, too?
Depends on how they page us out
Yeah.
and the captain that day. So.
Yeah, let's just be honest, I guess.
How does that work, though? Like, is it 2 clicks for it's an emergency? Or like, life alert type thing?
No.
Or can they actually like speak into those things? Like, hey, I've fallen in like I feel like my hips are broken or
So-
something like that.
We don't talk to the people on the life alert.
They talk to their life
They-
alert agency.
Oh,
at
and they
Life
page
Alert.
out.
They,
then
they
Gotcha.
call
Life Alert-
dispatch, and then
yeah.
dispatch calls us.
But yeah, they
Makes
can talk
sense.
to their provider
Yeah.
through their that little
okay.
monitoring.
So it's like
system.
a security system.
It's like
type
a
deal.
security system. Yeah. And if they get no response, then then we assume it's an emergency. We
Yeah.
assume it's an emergency every time unless we're told otherwise.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we've had plenty of UADs like that
Yes.
where it's
Mhm.
been
Oh,
some
yeah.
it's been some older person and it just looks like they fell.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, they fell and couldn't get up, and it's
Oh, yeah.
super sad.
We've-
You know, those are
we-
some of the saddest ones.
We've ran it where it's come in as a fall and we get there and it's not a fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Hell, we just had one a few days ago that was real sad. The poor guy, and, not mentioning his name or anything, obviously, but it looked like he had some kind of heart condition or something along those lines,
Yeah.
and was like in his in a room, and you could tell that he was trying to call, but just didn't make it in time.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like his phone was in his hand and stuff. Super
Yeah.
sad situation. So, I mean, it can happen, especially for the elderly. I mean, it can
Yes.
happen
Oh,
in a
definitely.
blink of an eye.
Mm-hmm.
And life is real easy to be lost. So
Oh, yeah.
it's fragile.
it really is. Do you guys do any kind? I think that might primarily fall on us, but do you guys do any death notification type stuff or anything along those lines?
No.
No, we pass that on to you.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's,
gotcha.
that's a cop situation.
Yeah.
What I'm sure there's some situations though where like something happens on scene, like go to a fire and you find a body or something like that. You're probably having to do something, or do you still leave it
Yeah,
kinda
we-
up to us? Or?
We're not going to lie to the family that's
Yeah, of
there.
course.
At the same time, it's a
Yeah.
HIPAA violation. We can't just go outside and tell the neighbors.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
So,
for sure.
if mother, daughter, or somebody's there and they ask, we're not going to lie to them, and we're going to provide the support that we can. Sometimes at our level as firefighters, we just throw that on the captain's back.
Yeah.
Hey, good luck with that, buddy.
Hey, here you
So,
go.
I need a
uh,
supervisor.
Mom's over there.
Yeah.
but the worst thing you can do to the family that's there is lie to them. So
Yeah.
we're
Oh,
gonna,
for sure.
we're going to be honest. We're going to be truthful.
'Cause
We're
they're
gonna
gonna
say,
find
hey,
out at
they're
some
gone.
point. Oh, yeah,
So,
yeah.
they're gone. So
It's gonna
And-
make the situation better
Yes.
if you're telling the truth.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, you're gonna have to deal with the hard part at some point. So.
yes.
But I'm sure it never gets easier.
No.
So
Nope.
yeah, that's a part of my job I definitely don't enjoy is notifying somebody. I've only do it like one time, but still it sucks.
Yeah.
So but all right, with that being said, we're way over, but that's okay. It was a great first episode with you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Stay tuned for our next one. We're going to film it now, but of course that one will be going the week after this one gets posted. So stay tuned, guys. We will see you soon.
This podcast is hosted by the Project Tribute Foundation. We are a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to aiding our first responders. Thank you for listening. For more information on our efforts, check us out at www.projecttribute.com. If you're a first responder that would like to share your story, contact us at projecttributefoundation@gmail.com. You can find us on various social media and podcast sites by searching the Project Tribute Foundation. 100% of donations are used to save lives, while our retail store pays for any of our operational costs. Thank you again, and please be sure to like us, follow us, and share our foundation with your friends. Thank you and have a great day.